is very filthy. So today we're going to focus on cleaning it all out. I just recently repainted this front nose piece because it was pretty dulled up. All the clear coat had fallen off of it. But so going to be cleaning this thing up. Still on the fence of selling it. I don't know yet. Part of me wants to keep it just because it's such a cool car, but I also have way too many cars. So we're gonna be cleaning it up today. There's one of the other cars that I just finished. This one is for sale. That's a 93 Trans Am LT1. This car is a V6. That's kind of why I don't want to keep it. But then again, it was kind of like my first car, so that's also why I kind of want to keep it around. But I'll show you guys how filthy this thing is. We're gonna try to save this carpet. It's rough, but I think with my carpet shampooer, I might be able to save it. But as far as like the interior, the seats are in good shape. I mean, obviously, I don't know what all that's from, but they got some crap on them. And then the dash is busted into a million pieces. So that's what that box is for. That is a new dash pad. But that was the only rust on the car. There was a little spot here in the wheel well. It's starting to do it up here as well. But I think I can grind that out. This was actually through. So I cut that out, excuse me. Cut that out. Now I just need to weld in a new piece. I painted it black here for the meantime just to kind of keep it from rusting back there, but it's coming around, so let's get to cleaning. Alright, so this is the sequence that I kind of use. I'll take some soapy water and I spray it on. I like to do it in sections. I'm trying to do the whole thing and the water will actually just soak in and dry into it. If you do it in sections, you can kind of keep it wet. And then I don't like to spend money on anything, so buying carpet shampoo, it's like 30 bucks. I know, I'm just a cheap ass. So I mix some Comet bleach in with some hot water, and that seems to do the trick for me. Now, you do want to be careful, because if you get, I know most bleaches out there will like change the color. The Comet bleach, I've had no problem with it changing the color of the carpet, but it seems to work just as good as carpet shampoo. So, and you get a big container about this much. I think it's like 10 bucks, and hell, I've shampooed so many carpets, and that's the same one I started with. So it's just me being cheap. You can go out and buy shampoo, but I like to start with some soapy water and then use my drill gun, kind of get in there, spray it down with that, soak it up. You know the drill. So let's start. Alright, well, it's definitely not perfect, but for some old carpet, it definitely came out pretty nice. Some of these spots here couldn't quite get out, but I mean, it definitely is better. This is a whole lot better. You still got a little bit of stains there that I think I can get out. I think with a little bit more scrubbing, those can come out. And then this right here, try to get it out. But as far as the floor, that's probably about as good as it's gonna get. And then I cleaned up the door jamb. So the car is gonna be too nice. I don't want to get rid of it. So it's not perfect, but I mean, that is a night and day difference. These spots won't come out. Those are basically stained, but as far as where you can see, I mean, that spot, you could probably use a little bit more, but a whole lot better than what it was. So I'm not gonna complain too much. Come check out the water. So this is all the crap that we pulled out from that carpet. I'm gonna go dump it out, and we're about to see how raunchy this is. Whoa. Yeah, that's real clean. The only spot that rusted on this car's from Texas, was right here. Now, I just cut out this piece here where it had rusted, and I'm just gonna, basically what I'm gonna do is make a little piece out of this right here and basically weld that right into there. And all these spots here, that's all surface rust. This whole quarter panel is getting repainted, so don't forget your safety glasses. That's hot, so let me get some gloves here. So this is just a rough cut, kind of what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna stick this up to it, kind of draw a line where I need to do it, and then cut it how it needs to be cut, and then start welding. Knocking this paint and stuff off of the edge, kind of where we're gonna be welding. Not my best weld, so don't judge me there. Damn. That's about perfect. I mean, shoot, that looks like it's meant to be there. I'll have to do a little, what I'm trying to do here is these pieces here, they kind of round in the inside, and I'm taking the edge of this hammer, and I'm kind of taking the edge off kind of making it round. So I got some Bondo mixed up here, or body filler, whatever you want to call it. Now you got to be fast working with this stuff because it hardens up so quick. Alright, so the next day I let the body filler kind of set up. Right here I'm using about 100 grit sandpaper, just knocking it down to where it's smooth, and then I'll move on to like a 300 to 400 grit, and then I'll spray some primer on it, and then take more, usually like a wet 400 after the primer's dry. Get it all smooth, and then it's about ready for some paint. So I got it all sanded down. Kind of see where I knocked that edge off the clear coat. Spoiler, all sanded down. Some of this clear coat was tough to get off. Gonna have to kind of spot in a spot here. Fenders all sanded. Fun stuff sanding, but got the door sanded down. Got our spot here. Feels pretty smooth. Looks like it should be there. About time to get to painting. This urethane base coat from R&E Paint Supplies, ready to use. So you just undo it, pour it in there. It's already thinned out. It's already have everything that you need. But I'm gonna put this in there. I'm gonna lay on the first coat, kind of let it sit for, usually I kind of let it flash, which it'll kind of look satin, just being the base coat. And that usually takes anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Since I'm painting outside, it may take a little bit longer because it's like 60 degrees instead of 70 in here. But I'd rather paint outside right now, because I got so many cars in here that I don't want to have to cover up and worry about getting overspray on. But usually I would use this, but since it's coming straight out of a can that's never been opened, I'm just going to pour it directly into it. But any can that's ever been opened, or if you're mixing paint, always use a filter. You don't want any sort of junk or anything getting down in your paint gun, clogging up your spray fan. Give it a good shaking. Try to do this without spilling anything. Well, I'm no professional painter, but that's definitely a whole lot better. This is what sucks about painting outside, but that's what color sanding and buffing is for. You take like a light, I like to use anywhere from like a 1200 to 2000 grit wet, and once this is all dry, completely dry, I usually like to wait at least a day, if not a couple days but you just sand it down a little bit, gets kind of rid of some of those imperfections, and then buff it. But all shiny again. I did paint all four wheels. I just got footage of me doing this one, but all four wheels were pretty rough, so I went ahead and scuffed it down with some sandpaper and just sprayed a nice light coat on them, just to cover up kind of all the brake dust that had been caked on and whatnot. And I did sand this down before I went and shot it. The reason I go with some wheel paint is just because it is durable. Really, that's the main reason why I go with it. It is more expensive than just regular paint, but it is stronger, and I'm a big fan of it. So that's the wrong way. Seats still need cleaned up and put in it, but there's the dash pad. That chunk isn't part of the dash, but dash pad turned out pretty nice. No more cracks. Paint, real nice and shiny. That needs color sanding and buff, so don't mind that. Paint turned out real nice, real shiny. Looking good, especially under all the neon lights. Carpet's 100 times better. So I got it all color sanded and buffed. Right here I'm doing some cleaning on the engine bay, restoring some of that black plastics that have been sun baked, and then kind of just finishing it up, put some tire shine on the wheel or on the tires and stuff like that. Car turned out very beautiful. Everything turned out great, and hopefully it'll sell pretty quick for a good price. Stuff finished around here. Got some transmissions that I've been working on. So hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I really appreciate a like and a subscribe. It really goes a long way for helping me make more videos. So hope you guys enjoyed, and shop's full.